Good afternoon. So glad I could finally meet with you to discuss about our possible expansion of our sales channels. So I see here that for the two possibilities you you share with me, we could either do pop-up stores or we could do in-house parties for Victor May. And I just want to share my analysis and what I thought about your plans and which option I would prefer to be the direction of our company. So, just starting off, just like explain the nature of these channels of distribution. I I really liked this part when it came to the pop-up stores. They were direct. We have direct distribution between us, the company, and our consumers. The pop-up stores give us more control, not only with pricing, but also with the customer experience. And that customer experience will help us build brand loyalty. Because how I think about it is that there is there's the physical location itself, and then there's a brand name. When we have our customers currently just have our brand name, but with having a physical location, something a little more permanent compared with 3 months compared to one night, it will allow customers to bring those two components to get together, therefore building our brand loyalty, building our customer image, improving our customer experience, not only in person at the store, but also online. So yeah, that's where it was like the little quirks that I had the with the in-house parties. It's indirect. We have to go through a venue to then host. We lose that control over the customer experience, and there's risks with our company image, as we just don't have that much control over those locations. Things that could happen that we may not necessarily be a part of or cause, but just because where it's there and it happened under our company, it might reflect bad on us. So that's a really strong point I liked about your first idea of pop-up stores. So just like just to talk about these channel strategies. So to address the risk and cost of the expenses, I'll go into detail. I believe that either option we choose, we must go on a selective distribution path so that we maintain the brand image of Victor May. If we like think about it, our business, we're selling, handbags, tote bags, purses. It's just we want to keep that, you know, esteemed image. So we wouldn't want to be intensive and be everywhere, kind of like bringing down the so said quality of our image. So one positive, really good positive with in-house parties though, is that the costs would be drastically less. So for example, we with pop-up stores, there's the overhead costs, there's rent. We have to pay attention to our leasing agreement, our 3-month leasing agreement. So that would be a fixed cost that we have. Obviously, in we wouldn't have that much if we went through house parties. So just like going even further to like talk about the nature of these overhead and operating costs. This is where like I view that pop-up stores are a little more risky. We'll be paying for the inventory staffing. We'll be paying for the rent, as I said again, and the insurance dealing with our location, and just the fact that we would have to abide by all local and state regulations surrounding physical locations and stores and safety checks. It will just, the costs with pop-up stores will be immense compared to like home parties. In-house parties will just, most of these costs are not necessary. We wouldn't have to deal with them, and we'll only be responsible for the company rep and inventory, which would be in smaller size, just because we're dealing with the smaller groups that are present. This is not a mass event. It's not a mass public outing like how the pop-up stores would be. They'll just be select group of customers in each venue. So with the risk-taking opportunities, we just have to evaluate these. As I said, with pop-up stores, it's just in-person liabilities. We might not have enough demand for an in-person store. Maybe our customers enjoy the fact that everything is online and they're not really interested in having an in-person location. And then obviously, as I said before, we just have guaranteed overhead costs that we won't necessarily have, or if we do, it'll be a lot smaller with in-house parties. But again, with the in-house parties, we do have to consider the fact that we have a limited customer base. There's not going to be as many people. It's not going to be a public, everyone can come in event, meaning we are restricting our customer base. There will be little to no growth in brand loyalty. And obviously, we do have to consider the transportation costs and risks from moving our inventory from home to home, venue to venue. And then, of course, there's just the human risk involved with the company rep. I'm sorry. Just, humans are not perfect. Humans can slip up. And obviously, we do have to consider that. So I would say overall, the best path would, in fact, still be the in-house parties. It'll just be more feasible for us to begin with. We already have that direct channel with our customers with online, and I'm just really cautious with just opening up a whole nother channel with so much cost behind it and possible liabilities, that I think we should just take it gradually, step by step. Maybe if we can meet again, maybe 6 months down the line or a year down the line, and see the progress we've made with in-house parties, and start considering pop-up stores before this current moment, transitioning into another channel of distribution. I believe it's in our best interest to start with in-house parties. So yeah, again, thank you so much for your time. And again, I would love to have this conversation down the line and expand our sales channel for Victor May.